It's 10:03. Good morning and welcome to the Saturday, September 18th edition of Flashpoint. It's 1 hour solid info power. We are live every Saturday morning from 10 to 11 right here on 1490 WERE, our friend of Flashpoint. All the first responders, healthcare professionals, can't say this enough, keeping us safe in the middle of this pandemic. Please be careful when you're out in public. Wear your mask. Make sure you try to get that vaccine. Flashpoint is presented by Our Lady of the Wayside, an organization dedicated to making life a whole lot easier for hundreds of developmentally disabled children and adults. You can help them out, and you can save on your taxes just by donating your ride to Our Lady of the Wayside. Here's the toll-free number, 1-800-368-6262, or go to thewayside.org. And we picked up 5 donations since we last did this show last Saturday. There's 17 cars on the lot, and they sold 9 cars in the last week. I tell you, they got great deals, but in order for you to get a deal, you got to donate your ride to Our Lady of the Wayside. Just call them, and they will pick it up for free. And they'll work out getting the title. You could just leave it in your driveway. 800-368-6262 or go to thewayside.org. Mr. Terry Davis will be joining us, not today, but next week. And we do this about every 2.5, 3 months just to get an update on what they're doing. I mean, this is an organization that's been caring for 1,000 children and adults in the 5 counties surrounding Cleveland area. So they are growing and doing one heck of a job, especially in the middle of this pandemic. Let's see, we also have the HBA Home for the Holidays campaign. Your chance to win a $600,000 home in North Royalton, HBAHomefortheHolidays.org. And joining us in a few minutes, Katie Farrell from Make-A-Wish is going to tell you how one child, 15, got her wish granted yesterday. Great story. Channel 5, News 5, our partner in this, covered it. Well, let's see. We've got Union Home Mortgage. That's a great organization for promises kept. UHM.com. Vitamix, more than a blender. Go to Vitamix.com. Our Slading Brothers Carpet, Rug, and Upholstery Cleaning, 216-271-6888. Koppel Advertising in Bedford, exclusive printer of the Flashpoint t-shirt, KoppelADV.com. Defense Pest Control for eco-friendly and effective pest control, DefensePestControlService.com. Women's Journal, serving Cleveland and Medina County. Barb Daniel will be joining us. She's going to run down their latest issue. And that's women's-journal.com. My pal Sal, Sal's Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Sewer, 440-582-4748, or salsheatandcool.com. And right now, you might want to get that furnace checked out. And as I indicated, last time we had Sal on the show, there is a supply problem. You probably know that by now. There are new cars on the lot all through the country that are sitting there because they don't have the components, primarily the semiconductor chips. There's parts of furnaces and air conditioners that they're waiting on. So if you are skeptical about your furnace, now he's got a pretty good supply right now, but that's going to be dwindling. You might want to check out Sal, 440-582-4748. Absolute Roofing, an award-winning roofing contractor, the most trusted roofer in all of Northeastern Ohio. And now they are certified to install James Hardy cement fiber siding. And with that siding, you got a 30-year warranty. This is good stuff, really good stuff. Orlando Baking Company, family business. Started in Italy, 1872. I always say best buns in town. Joyce Factory Direct for windows, sunrooms, doors, decks, and siding. Downtown Safeway Tire and Car Care, 47th and Superior. Harry's Steakhouse on Brecksville Road at Independence. Piatta Italian Street Food with 4 locations in Northeastern Ohio. Pierre's Ice Cream. Got to get them back on the show. Cleveland Company, serving Cleveland and beyond since 1932. Recreation Warehouse, Route 82 and York Road in North Royalton. And Tom Fitzgerald will be joining us. His phone wasn't working last week. And he's going to talk about pools, spas, and all that good stuff. And Corleone's Ristorante and Bar in Parma, minutes from 77 and I-480, 216-741-0220 or corleonescleveland.com. And if you are not doing anything on Tuesday night, it's September 21st, you might want to stop by Corleones. Mark Bona, who will be on the show today in about 10, 12 minutes. He's the features writer for Cleveland.com. I love what he does. He covers food, beer, and wine. Doesn't get any better than that. He is going to be signing his book there, The Hidden History of Cleveland Sports. This is a great read. There's some really cool stories in there that you probably are not aware of. And he'll touch on that briefly on the show, but more importantly, for $65, and I'll run down the menu, this is going to be a whole lot of fun. Whole lot of fun. And last week, I just got a text from Paul Orlowski, who's been in Cleveland news reporting, investigative reporting for, 35, 40 years. He was on the show last week at, to promote his appearance at the Music Box, which was this last Thursday. And he was sitting in his car because he had to do a book signing at the shops in Parma. Wall of Books is the name of the store. He got the date wrong. So he texted me, if you're in Parma and you want to see Paul Orlowski, he walked in there and there was nobody there. He's wondering what's going on. Well, he was there a week early. That's why he retired, I guess. All right, let's go to line number one and join Katie Farrell. Katie handles media and communications with Make-A-Wish. That's the Ohio, Indiana, and Kentucky chapter. And as you know, you've been listening to the show, we've been engaged with the HBA and Make-A-Wish to give away what we call a home for the holidays. And last year, because of what we did, and this home was in Strongsville, we were able to grant 18 wishes. Well, one of those wishes came true yesterday. Let's go to our live line right now. Katie, you there with us? Good morning to you.
Hey, Flash. Good morning. Thanks for having me.
All right. Well, talk to me about this story yesterday. News 5 is our partner in this, and apparently this young lady who's suffering from cancer got her wish. I'm going to let you pick it up from there. All right? Go ahead, Katie.
Sure. Gosh, talk about loving your job, right? So yesterday we got to grant the wish for 15-year-old Paulina. Paulina is a ninth grader from Chesterland. And talk about amazing kids, right? Our kids go through so much. So she was diagnosed with cancer. She's been through surgeries and treatments and radiation and long hospital stays. And finally, her wish to bring her some hope and joy, help her remember what it's like to just be a kid again, came true. And she has a very unique wish. She wished to have a horse. So she got her horse yesterday at Schneider's Saddlery in Chagrin Falls. They gifted her with thousands of dollars of food and supplies to help her ride and take care of her new horse that she named Make-A-Wish.
Oh, my God. What a great day for Paulina. And on top of it, isn't this month, September, Childhood Cancer Awareness Month? Is that right?
It is. We grant wishes for kids with critical illnesses, and obviously cancer is probably one of the biggest illnesses that we grant wishes for. And, you think about, especially during this pandemic, right, all of us have experienced that uncertainty and disappointment and, that loss of hope. So it's so important that we can keep granting these wishes like we have, because for all of us, especially kids going through some of their darkest days, hope is so important. Hope is so essential.
Boy, Katie, like you said, you got a great job. I know you spent a lot of your career in TV broadcasting, news broadcasting, which is a fun field. Don't get me wrong. It could be grueling at times, but this is so special because here's a child that's suffering from cancer. And on this day, yesterday, all of a sudden, the wish that she wanted so much just came true. How did everybody react when this happened? Maybe you can set the stage for us on that.
Yeah, I love what she said, and I feel like we hear this so much, right? When we tell a kid that a wish is coming true, the first reaction is like, well, why me? I don't deserve this. And that just breaks your heart. And you say, yes, you do. This is what our organization is all about. And there is this community of supporters here that support Make-A-Wish because they want to support kids like you. And her mom, dad, just beaming. They say that this has just been this ray of light in just such a dark time. And kind of the icing on the cake for this is she gets this horse, she gets to ride it now. And then she finds out just recently that her recent scans came back and treatment has worked. She's all clear. Her mom said, just pray for us as a family that we keep going in the right direction. And And we really hope that having that wish and that hope and that joy restores her strength. And she keeps fighting, and cancer will be coming back.
Oh, that is awesome. That's awesome. Well, we wish the best for her entire family, and obviously the best for Make-A-Wish, because you make these wishes come true. How many children are on the wish list? I know you just cover the Ohio, Indiana, Kentucky chapter. Do you have a ballpark figure on that right now, Katie?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, obviously the pandemic, there's so many wishes. Our kiddos just waiting patiently for that day that their wish can come true because, there's so many restrictions right now and cancellations and that sort of thing. But we've granted more wishes than any chapter in the country since COVID started, more than 600. So that just makes me beam with pride, because those are 600 kids in Ohio, Kentucky, and Indiana who, through this really trying time, got that awesome wish experience. But right now, to your point, in Northeast Ohio alone, there are 228 kids waiting for their wish. So we're so grateful to the HBA's Charitable Foundation and News 5 for partnering with us to help us grant more wishes. And all the money we raise locally will stay locally. So I think that's what's really awesome about Make-A-Wish is, Make-A-Wish is a household name. It's international, but the money that we raise here in our chapter just goes to our kids.
That's great. Well, those of you listening right now, you could make some wishes come true. All you got to do is go to hbahomefortheholidays.org. All right? hbahomefortheholidays.org. $100 ticket, and you will be in the running to win a custom-built $600,000 home built by Edgewood Homes in North Royalton. It's over 3,100 square feet. And we'll do this at the end of the year, right after Christmas. And there's like 3.5 bathrooms, 4 bedrooms, 3-car garage. It's absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And it's being built right now. If you're driving around, you can stop by. It's right off a state road south of 82, maybe about 2 miles south of 82. And it's on the eastern side of the street. It's like the second house in. So you might want to check that out. In fact, I have the sublot number. It's number 40. 5421 Brookhaven. 5421 Brookhaven. That's the Pine Hill subdivision. Katie, great job. We got to keep moving forward here, make more of those wishes come true. And I really appreciate the partnership we have with Make-A-Wish, with the HBA, News 5, all making these wishes come true. That's what it's all about. So you take care. Stay safe, all right?
Thanks, Flash. Thanks for having me.
What a great story, huh? If you go to Channel 5's app, I have it on my phone, just Google News 5 Make-A-Wish, and you can check that story out. Really good story. I love good stories like that. All right, let's go to line number 2. We usually start off the show with this guy, but I had to tell that story right away. Mr. Tony Masaccio, who is over in, Pinecrest.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm talking about Pine Hill subdivision. That's in North Royalton, where you live. And you're in...
great community.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And you're at what? Pinstripes, right?
Yes, that is correct, Flash. I am at Pinstripes, located at Pinecrest Development. It's right off of 271, the Harvard exit. So there's shopping here. There's restaurants. Whole Foods is right around the corner here, which is well known to be called Whole Check because it's so expensive. But anyways, I am here live at Pinstripes. And they have a great location here. There's a patio that actually is all the way around the restaurant. It seats about 250 people. So whether you're planning a wedding, any kind of celebration, whether it be a birthday, any kind of family special occasion, they can reunite a group with friends, simply planning a group to get together. Pinstripes provides a perfect venue for any occasion. This patio is absolutely beautiful. They have bocce ball here. They have bowling. And again, it's bistro. So it's bistro, bowling, and bocce. It accommodates anyone from 20 to 1,000 people. We were here for the grand opening about 3 years ago. And I know you remember this. We talked about this off the air. Mm-hmm. There were 1,000 people that were around this place, out the door. Luckily, one of the servers recognized me, brought us 3 plates we were eating within 10 minutes. Wasn't that wonderful?
Everybody knows Tony.
Great. So at the end of the hour, I'm going to tell you what is on the menu. Flash, they usually cook for me at about 10:30, quarter to 11. bring out the dishes. Well, they were a little early. I am on one of the largest tables right here on the patio. There's 12 entrees in front of me. You're going to eat very well.
Oh, my.
12 entrees.
I love it.
The general manager said, you know what? Make him everything. And they did. So they have a Saturday brunch a la carte. They have a Sunday brunch buffet. It's only $29. I will talk about that at the end of the hour. Kids 12 to 5, it's only $15. 5 and under, they eat for free. They have something really cool on the weekends, a 2-hour bottomless mimosa for only $18 and Bloody Marys for $21 with the purchase of an entree. They just keep coming to your table. Comes with an Uber.
It better. It better.
Let's give some stuff away, and we are well known for that on Flashpoint 1490. I have 2 bottles of Yaya salad dressing, which you can find in any, I'm going to say any produce department, because eventually they're going to be everywhere.
Yeah.
So you can have the Greek salad dressing. They have the white French, which is what I recommend. You can put it on anything. I have a T-shirt from our friends at Copple Advertising, a Flashpoint T-shirt located in Bedford for all your printing needs. And I have some gift cards from Pinstripes, so you can text me right now at 440-989-0122. Again, 440-989-0122. I know you're going to have Mark Bona on shortly, and you can listen to this right now. Mark, you and I have 2 of the best jobs in this city, and I'm not putting my 2 weeks' notice in anytime soon. So, Flash, let me give you 5 secrets to happiness for a man.
Uh-oh.
Number 1, find a woman who can make you laugh.
Uh-huh.
Number 2, find a woman who is a great cook.
Uh-huh.
Number 3, find a woman who is a great listener.
Uh-huh.
Number 4, make sure that she is amazing in bed.
Yeah, yeah.
And number 5, which is the most important,
what's that?
make sure that these 4 women do not find out about each other. Tony Masaccio, reporting live in Orange Village at Pinstripes in Pinecrest. Everybody knows Tony. Flashpoint 1490 WERE.
He's got a good point there. He really does. All right, let's go to line number 3. I love talking to this guy, Mark Bona. And Mark is with Cleveland.com. He's the features writer. Food, beer, wine, and sports. Covers them all. And today he's going to touch on sports. Why? Because he's got a book out called The Hidden History of Cleveland Sports. Hey, Mark, welcome back to Flashpoint.
Hey, Flash, and as usual, here it is just after 10 in the morning, and I come on after Tony, and I'm ready for dinner every time.
Well, Mark, I hope you come hungry on Tuesday night to Corleone's, and I thank you for the article that you put together the other day, which is on Facebook. In fact, if you go to my Facebook page, I shared it as well, Ed Flash Ferentz, and I'll tell you, this is going to be a fun night. We're starting off with a little reception of Prosecco Rosé. Then we got a Pinot Grigio with shrimp and scallops. Second course is a Valpolicella with chicken cacciatore. Then we've got braised short rib with goat cheese polenta. Do I need to continue on this, Mark? What do you think?
It was one of those many, many stories that I have written about wine dinners in this area. And Corleone's does not only they've kept them up on a pretty regular basis, but they're always fantastic. I think they're great values as well. But this one I was really mouth-watering on because I am familiar with several of the wines here, and there's not an average one in the bunch.
Yeah.
I've actually had all of these. I think they're fantastic. The La Mole di La Mole Chianti is a wonderful example of that style. Masi is a great maker. The Zona Prosecco Rosé is just a fun bubbler, a great sparkler to start off with. I can't wait. And this was one of those, as I was telling you a few days ago, it's like, all I ask for is my books table is close to my dining table because I don't want to be walking 10 feet to sign and sell books and bothering people. I can't wait. I think I've been mouth-watering over this. My wife and I and another couple are going. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's cool. And you know what? Open Table, I got a text yesterday from Mark on this. You know, when they have special events, I check with Pete. when they have special events, they kind of shut down open table, and they would just basically take phone calls on that. So that's exactly what's going on. And there's a couple of open seats right now. If you want to call 216-741-0220, or you can go to the website corleonescleveland.com and check all of this out. But you'll be eating well, you'll be signing books, and make sure you bring a lot of books. I think it's going to be a good night for you. Let's talk about the hidden history of Cleveland sports. The last time you were on the show, which was not too long ago, there's one that we didn't touch on, and that was Clarence Clemens, the sax player for Springsteen, and he also played with Michael Stanley. He was also on a couple of Stanley tracks as well. But you got to tell that story on the air here. This is a great one, Mark. Go ahead.
Yeah, this was a fun one. Many years ago in the 1960s. I always like to say, on a serious note, if you're great at one thing in life, no matter what it is, that's wonderful. If you could be great at two things, that's a blessing beyond belief. And Clarence Clemens, a lot of people know him as this phenomenal sax player with Bruce Springsteen, but he also was a very, very talented football player. And he went to a school in Maryland, and he was getting a little bit of notice, and there was some thinking that he might be able to latch on with an NFL team. He was on his way to a tryout with none other than the Cleveland Browns, and he was in a very bad accident. His car sailed off a road. He had, in his own autobiography, he had a little bit of an out-of-body experience and claims that he could actually see, very briefly, paramedics working on him. Then he came to, and he recovered fairly quickly. But the good and the bad there is it forced him to make a decision between music and football. He could not play football after that, but he went on to New York. He ran into this guy named Bruce Springsteen. They had an instant kinship, an instant friendship, and the rest, as they say, is history. But the what-if scenario there is there's a chance that Clarence Clemens could have been blocking for none other than the great Jim Brown in the 1960s. And I get goosebumps thinking about that because I think that's a neat thing. So yes, Clarence Clemens was I don't want to say almost a Brown, but kind of sort of almost a Cleveland Brown.
That is an awesome. Now how did you discover that story? Where did you go for a lot of the information in this book, Mark?
Yeah, I went all over. I mean, I was thinking about my bibliography yesterday, just like when we learned how to do a classic bibliography in fifth grade. That really comes into play. I actually had about, I think, 50 endnotes per chapter that I had to show my editor and my publisher, probably 200-plus bibliographic references, a lot of books, a couple of personal interviews. I do a lot of reading with sports history, in sports history topics, and I found a vague reference that was unsubstantiated years ago about Clemens and possibly having an NFL tryout. Pulled the string on it, as we like to say, and did a lot of research and got a hold of his biographer, talked to him, and read a bit of Clarence's book that came out not long before he died a few years ago, and just kept researching things. And like I said, it's pulling the string. If someone made a reference to a semi-pro team, I would go digging in archives to find out more about that semi-pro team. You've really, to write a book, any nonfiction book, you've really got to embrace research, solid research, as best you can. So I spent a lot of time trying to substantiate what I could, and it was a lot of fun. I mean, the whole book, every chapter was just a lot of fun to do.
Now, I'm sure when you did your research, you came up with a lot of stuff that maybe could not be included in this book. Do we see another version, another volume of this coming out, or what?
Possibly. I am about halfway done with an outline for a potential second volume, slightly different structure, but I'm looking at that now, and I'm trying to see how much information is out there. The outlining process can take several months at the least, and so that is a thought, Flash. I'm thinking about that. Okay,
all right. Well, I'm going to let you go. I got a couple other guests I got to get to, but again, those of you listening right now, if you have an opportunity, Tuesday night, Corleone's right in Parma, Broadview Road, just a little bit north of Rockside Snow. 6:30. It's $65, which is a value. And Mark, you know this. You've been to a lot of wine dinners. Wouldn't you say that's a pretty affordable price for a wine dinner?
I would say it's for what is being offered, that is an astounding price. I actually expected when I got the details on that, I really thought, and I've seen very similar wine dinners going for twice as much, not $10 or $20 much, but twice as much. I really have to hand it to Corleone. I wasn't kidding. This is a phenomenal value. I know those wines, and I've never had anything remotely just averaged on a plate at Corleone. So I really am looking forward to this, not only to sell the books, but really just to have a nice night out with my wife and some friends, and I really can't wait.
It'll be good. And by the way, that is the last full day of summer, September 21st. Last full. You want to say goodbye to summer. Just go to Corleone's on the patio this Tuesday. And again, Corleone'sCleveland.com. The phone number is 216-741-0220, $630, $65. It'll be a fun night, and you'll get a chance to chat with Mark, buy his book, again, The Hidden History of Cleveland Sports. And you can follow Mark on Twitter at mbona30, mbona30. And you can follow him. I'll check it out on Facebook. And like I said, this is on my Facebook page as well. You take care, my friend. Looking forward to Tuesday night, okay?
Absolutely, Flash. Thanks so much.
You got it. All right, we got lots more ground to cover right now, though. I have to take a quick break. It's 10:29. When we come back, we're going to link up with Barb Daniel. She's going to run down her latest on women you should know, health and fitness, and nonprofits. Kathleen Berki from Hess Wines. She was on the show maybe about 6-7 weeks ago, and she says there's some pretty good sales going on red and whites. We'll talk about that. Do you like potatoes? We have an expert. I guess September is National Potato Month. And we have a guest that's going to share some recipes. We got Tony Masaccio at Pinstripes. Tom Fitzgerald going to talk about pools at the end of summer. It's all part of Flashpoint. Back in a few.
Hey, Jimmy Malone here for Our Lady of the Wayside. I've been working with this fantastic organization for years. I just love what they do. If you have a car or truck that you no longer need and you want it gone, donate it. Call Our Lady of the Wayside. They'll take your vehicle, sell it, and put the proceeds to the nearly 1,000 children and adults in 7 Northeast Ohio communities with disabilities. Call 1-800-368-6262. That's 1-800-368-6262 or visit thewayside.org.
Hello, I'm Chris, president of Absolute Roofing, and I want to let you, the residents and businesses of Northeast Ohio, know that we have your back. We remain open and are ready to service all of your roofing needs. Call us today at 216-898-1563 or visit AbsoluteRoofing.com. As always, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay dry.
When your roof is a must, the name you can trust is AbsoluteRoofing.com.
Thinking about updating your home? Well, Joyce Factory Direct specializes in replacing old, outdated windows. Proudly made right here in Cleveland, Joyce Windows features their exclusive Smart Shield high-performance glass, which means you'll be getting the most energy-efficient windows for your home directly from the factory. Customers just love how much warmer their house is and how easy their new windows operate and clean. Right now, you can save 50% on all installations. Just call to schedule a free consultation with on-the-spot pricing, 440-243-5700, or visit joycefactorydirect.com.
When it's time to buy or refinance a home, go with Union Home Mortgage. Proud to support Walk MS Cleveland 2021. As Northeast Ohio's trusted mortgage lender for more than 50 years, they put people first and can help you achieve your home ownership dreams. Personalized loan options, world-class service, and unwavering support. That's Union Home Mortgage. Begin your home ownership experience today with a fast and easy quote at UHM.com. Union Home Mortgage. Promises kept. Union Home Mortgage Corp. is an equal housing opportunity lender. NMLS 2229, 8241 Dow Circle West, Strongsville, Ohio 44136.
Pierre's Ice Cream.
Enjoy a scoop.
In a bowl.
Or on a cone.
Through a straw.
Or a la mode.
So creamy.
In my coffee.
With some cake.
Let's make milkshakes.
Poolside drinks.
A midnight snack.
After the game.
With family and friends.
Makes me smile.
The fun never ends.
Made right here.
In Ohio. Fresh.
Delicious. My favorite treat.
Pierre's, it's my ice cream.
Wait till you taste Pierre's. Wait till you taste Pierre's.
Hi, this is Al from my pal Sal. Sal's Heating, Cooling, Plumbing, and Sewer. Need a new crapper? Well, guess what? Sal has a deal for you. A Gerber Maxwell toilet, normally $585 for $249. Did you hear me? $249. That's a brand new crapper installed. What do you think he's going to leave it at the front door for that price? You're crazy if you don't jump on this crapper. Or sit on it. I did say sit, didn't I? Ha! Call Sal's now. 440-582-4748. Or go to salsheatandcool.com. And make sure you tell him Al sent you.
Help make a child's wish come true, and you just might win a $600,000 home in North Royalton or cash prize. Tickets are $100 with proceeds to benefit Make-A-Wish and the HBA's Charitable and Education Foundation. Get your tickets now at hbahomefortheholidays.org.
You know, Vitamix doesn't make the every once in a while margarita mixer that's stored away 9 months out of the year. They make use mine every day, can't live without it commercial grade blenders. So when you're ready to move up, they're there to help. Find out more at Vitamix.com. 10:34 is the time. Hard to believe. Summer is almost over. That's right. Fall arrives on Wednesday. Nice weekend, though, northeastern Ohio, especially for that Browns game tomorrow. Woo, baby.
See the curtains hanging in the window in the evening on a Friday night. Little light is shining through the window, lets me know everything's alright.
What a great group, Seals and Crofts.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
Yeah, enjoy it, because you know the weather's going to change.
Summer breeze makes me feel fine, blowing through the jasmine in my mind.
All right, let's go to line number 4 right now. One of our regulars joining us right now, Barb Daniel from the Cleveland Women's Journal, women's-journal.com. Hey, Barb, good morning to you.
Good morning to you. Love these cool mornings.
Yeah. It's the weather is changing. Yeah, I guess by like Thursday it's going to be in the 60s. But anyway, you've been busy working on the Cleveland Women's Journal, and I've got a couple stories we want to promote here. Now, what issue is out right now? Which one was that?
It's the August-September, and it's our special edition of the Women You Should Know. And as you could tell from the cover, we've got so many women in Northeast Ohio that we honor in this issue. Some are business owners, some are running companies for somebody else, some are running nonprofit organizations. It's just an amazing mix of women from different areas and different kinds of businesses. And Flash, I think if the COVID taught us anything, it taught us how to be resilient, how to adapt, how to adjust, how to change, and how to survive. Because all of these women had to do something different in order to get through the pandemic. And they've all done a great job. We're all still standing. We're happy that we're still standing because it has been a challenging time. We all thought we'd be done by now, didn't we?
Yep.
That this would be over and we could move on.
Barb, you missed one. The pandemic also told us or taught us how to eat and drink.
That was good. I went to a wine tasting last night, and that was the biggest topic about how much wine everybody has been drinking through the pandemic.
Oh, my gosh. It really has. It's amazing. It's amazing.
And how much weight they gained.
I know.
I mean, because, we're stress eating and snacking, and oh my gosh, it's been amazing. But for those of us who have survived and are moving forward, there's plenty more that will come out of this stronger, different, because we don't know what our new normal will be like. I don't think we'll ever be back to the same way. I ordered Christmas cards today, and the shipping was shocking.
Yeah.
So be prepared. Whatever you're ordering online, be prepared. The shipping costs have gone up quite a bit.
And so Barb, you might want to mail them out now so they get there on time. Remember, last year I was getting Christmas cards in February.
It was a disaster. It was crazy. So in this issue, we've got information to help you stop drinking so much wine, stop snacking so much, and getting back to good fitness, taking care of our skin. I'm one of the worst offenders. I hate putting on sunscreen, even if I'm working in the yard. I forget or don't want to bother.
Mm-hmm.
It's extremely important for women to put on sunscreen. And the other thing is these nonprofits, we have so many. Marissa's Foundation, Susan Komen, OROC, Ronald McDonald House, all of them are having fundraisers. And Zonta International is celebrating 100 years. So everybody is trying to recoup some money since they can't hold events in person. They are trying to make some money, so we hope you'll support many of these nonprofits. Digital City, are you aware of Digital City?
Not really. No, I'm not.
Okay. Well, Cleveland is the worst connected city in the country, which means we have the most neighborhoods that don't have any broadband or have weak broadband. Digital City is a nonprofit that's working on solving this, especially for those neighborhoods like inner city Cleveland where they're hit the worst, and they had to be schooled at home and didn't have internet in order to do this. So it's shameful, but we've got a great organization that just got 2 big grants that are going to be able to help solve this problem for those underserved neighborhoods. And do you know who John Maxwell is?
No, I don't. Boy, you're throwing all kind of curveballs at me today.
Sorry. John Maxwell is a leadership coach. I've gone through many of his programs. He's having a Live to Lead in-person and virtual program October 8th, and that's in the magazine as well. For those of you who are leaders in your community, in your company, on a board, we're all leaders.
Mm-hmm.
We run a business or, work for a nonprofit. We're all leaders in our own right. And we all want to be good leaders, especially now, because the way we lead has changed, and it had to change. And the COVID brought out a lot of our goods and a lot of our bads.
No doubt. If you don't mind, give me your contact on Digital City. I mean, that one's really piqued my interest, and I know that because in this infrastructure bill that they're trying to pass, there's like $65 billion for broadband. And it's sad, to your point about Cleveland, there were many, many stories of young kids, mainly in the urban areas, that had to go to like a McDonald's or Burger King parking lot just so they can get their internet to do their homework. And that's shameful. It really is. And it's an economic thing. I mean, that kind of thing didn't happen in Solon. It didn't happen in Bay Village because it's a whole different ball game there. But in the inner city, where the schools are in an economic pinch, it's really sad. But let's follow up on that. I also want to follow up with Make-A-Wish because I told you I'm involved. In fact, we just granted a wish yesterday.
Oh, excellent.
Yeah, to a 15-year-old girl suffering from cancer. And it happened yesterday. If you go to Channel 5's news app, you can see the story there. It's heartwarming. And last year, because of what we did with the HBA, 17 wishes were granted. And
wow.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah, I want to talk to you about that. And, soon you can call me anytime. Let's talk about that. I will text you the Digital City contact information. It was started by Dorothy Bona, who is led a big corporation in Cleveland for many years. So
good.
Women are out there starting new nonprofits to try and help all of us in Northeast Ohio.
Very good, very good. Well, you take care, and we'll check in with you in the next issue, October, November. When will that be hitting, Barb?
The first week in October. Full week in October, that'll be out in the digital.
Okay, very good. Take care. Women's-journal.com. Barb Daniel joining us on our live line. Let's go to line number 5 right now, and let's get back to talking about wine, one of my favorite subjects here. Kathleen Berki is a regional manager. She works with the Hess Collection, hesscollection.com. Kathleen, good morning to you.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm good. You sent me an email about a little sale going on here. I guess some pretty good prices for red and white. What?
That's correct.
It's easy to get my attention on stuff like that. You know that, Kathleen.
Nice. Yeah. It's a good wine at a good price, right? That's
Exactly. Exactly. What do we have? What's available in local stores right now?
So we have our Hess Select wines, and these are our everyday drinking wines. The last time you had me on, we talked about our luxury portfolio. So those wines would be like $30 and up. We have Hess Select wines that we're going to talk about today, and that is whites at $10.99 and reds at $14.99. And so I don't know who needs to hear this. But, Christmas and Thanksgiving are just around the corner, so now might be the time to stock up.
I like what you said, everyday drinking wines. So we have
correct.
Everyday drinking wines, and then I guess, do we, on weekends, do we go to the more expensive variety, or is that just for special occasions? What's the deal here?
That's funny that you asked that, because I tend to do that. So I have, our Hess Select wines, we have our Cabernet, we have Pinot Noir, we have a red blend, we have Chardonnay, Sauvignon Blanc. So all of those wines I sort of drink during the week, and I call them my everyday drinking wines because I don't even think twice grabbing for the bottle. So like if I'm grilling outside, and we're having a big juicy steak, I think, I'm going to grab the Select Cabernet. And I'll grab that without a thought, right? But maybe for a special occasion or on a Saturday, I'll break out maybe the $40 bottle of wine. So that's sort of why we call them the everyday drinking wines. It doesn't mean you have to drink them every day. And you don't need to spend a lot to get quality wine. So we have affordable wine. It's very approachable, and it's definitely worth the spend.
Okay, those numbers prices that you gave me, $10.99, that's for what? That's for a white? What kind of white are we talking about?
So that would be the Chardonnay, Pinot Gris, Rosé. I think we have just a few stores that are carrying the Rosé in the state right now. And then the red wines at $14.99. So that would be the Cabernet, the Pinot Noir, or the red blend, which we call our trio.
Gotcha. Okay. And that's called Hess Select? Is that the name you look for?
Hess Select.
Hess Select.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. And I always say, look for the lion.
What was that again? I'm sorry.
Look for the lion.
Look for the lion.
So the lion is the Hess family crest.
Okay. All right. Very good. You also wanted to mention what's going on. There's restaurants, as we know, got slammed here as a result of the pandemic, and some of them have not come back. And there's a lot of people that worked in the restaurant industry that are no longer there. And that being said, I guess there's an organization put together called CORE, Children of Restaurant Employees, that you wanted to mention. It's kind of an effort to help those families out. Can you speak to that, Kathleen?
That's correct. So Hess will be donating $1 per case of Hess Suretail Ranches wine sold through this year. So that'll run through March of this year. And Suretail Ranches is a restaurant-only brand in the Hess portfolio. So you can't buy it in a grocery store, but you can purchase a glass or a bottle in any one of your local restaurants in Cleveland, anywhere in Ohio. And, now more than ever, these families need our help. And so we really wanted to find a good partner for children of restaurant employees. And it's a nationally recognized nonprofit granting financial aid to food and beverage service employees that are facing, any medical diagnosis, injury, natural disaster, or, obviously we went through a pandemic. And so we know that we need to step up and help, support those that have supported us for so long.
Sure. And we're still in that pandemic, unfortunately. CORE.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. Here's the website, coregives.org. If you go there, CORE stands for Children of Restaurant Employees, and there are many in the country. coregives.org. So $1 per case of Hess Suretail wines, and these wines you can't buy in the store. They're primarily in restaurants. So the more you go to restaurants, drink the wine, the more cases they have to order. That's good logic, right?
There you go.
Got it all down.
I got it all figured out today.
I love talking to you. You're awesome. Thank you so much. I'm going to let you go.
Thank you for having me.
I'm going to let you go back to your everyday drinking wine, okay? Or what are we drinking tonight? You got to tell me right now.
Oh, so I will probably break out the select Pinot Noir.
Okay.
I think it's a good night for Pinot and a fire.
There you go. There you go. I am all over Pinot Noir this summer. I don't know what it is.
Oh.
I just love Pinot
Noir.
Noir. I don't know, but I'm with you on that one, girl. Well,
yeah, absolutely.
you
Give
take care, and let's do this. Let's do this in a couple of months, especially when Thanksgiving and all the holidays come. How's that sound?
Perfect. Thank you so much for having me.
You got it. Anytime. You take care. Kathleen Berki.
All right. Happy Saturday.
You
Bye-bye.
got it. Regional manager, Hess Select. Do check those out. Local stores, $10.99 for the whites, $14.99 for the Cabernet and Pinot Noirs. Good wine. Really good wine and a very good price. All right. Let's talk about potatoes now. Let's go to line number 6. And joining us is Judith Summer. Judith is a food and lifestyle influencer. That's how you're being billed. What is a food and lifestyle influencer, Judith?
Morning, Flash. It is just something fun that I do on the side, to share things that I love online and dump some of my creative energy into photos that can bring other people joy or inspire some recipes for the home.
Well, you fit right in on the show. We just finished up a segment on wine. Let's talk about National Potato Month, which is the month of September. Slowly winding down. And I know there's a couple of products you wanted to get into. Mike Sells, I guess they have some snacks. They've got, there's a Mike Sells walking taco, groovy mashed potatoes. What's out there for consumers? Go ahead, Judith.
Yeah, absolutely. So Mike Sells is, little fun fact, the oldest continuously running snack food brand in the U.S. They're family owned and operated, so just a great company to support. And that walking taco is one of my favorites, especially for a night that you're kind of crunched for time. I know we're all kind of used to some cheesy snacks, but I swear once you have a snack pack of those green onion chips with all of the taco fixings, you will never go back. It is delicious.
So what you do, this is like a little snack, a small bag, like 1.5, maybe 2 ounces. You cut the top open, and then you just throw the taco ingredients right into the bag. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right. First, you got to crunch it up. You have to get out all the aggression of your day, right? You've had a long day, crunch up those chips, and then you just, cook up some ground beef, or you can use ground turkey or a vegetarian option like beans. Put it all in with salsa, sour cream, cheese, hot sauce, and then shake it up. And you don't even have to do dishes. I mean, you're just going to have to wash a couple forks.
That's right. I like that. And if you use plastic, you throw everything away. Very, very, very clever here. Now, what are these groovy mashed potatoes? That one caught my interest.
Oh, my gosh. So this is a childhood favorite of my family's, actually. My mom always did this. It's just adding crushed up potato chips to your favorite mashed potato recipe on the top. So you can use the groovy ones from Mike Sells or their classic potato chips, or if you want to get real spicy, you could throw in their Good and Hots. We like to put them on the top and then sprinkle some sharp cheddar cheese on the top, broil them in the oven for just a couple of minutes to get the cheese bubbly, and then you can serve it as kind of a casserole dish to your family.
Ooh, I like that.
I know.
I like that a lot.
Good.
That's a good one. That's a real good one. Okay, now where do I find Mike Sells? What areas are we talking about here in northeastern Ohio?
Yeah, you can get them at your local Walmart, which I feel like is everywhere at this point, right? Meijer, and of course you can order them online at MikeSells.com. And you can find them on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram at Mike Sells Snacks so that you can check out what locations are near you. But my husband and I like to get the case of popcorn or some of their pretzels and chips snack packs on their website. So easy to have it delivered straight to home.
Yeah, the website is Mike Sells, and Sells is plural, MikeSells.com. Yep. It's also on Twitter and Instagram at Mike Sells Snacks and Mike Sells Snacks. And there's just one S in, right? So Mike Sells and then Knacks. All right, I gotta go here. Judith, thank you so much for joining us here. Judith is a food and lifestyle influencer. I love your attitude here and your energy. You did a great job. Thank you so much. I'm hopefully a lot of people will go to the website or they'll go to Walmart or Meijer and pick it up. That walking taco sounds really good on a day like today.
Oh, I know. I'm having that for dinner.
There
it was great talking to you, Flash. Thanks for having me.
Anytime. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back to Pinstripes. The one and only, everybody knows Tony Masaccio. Boy, we had a crazy show today. Good stuff happening. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Great show. Love Mark Bona.
Good guy.
So cool.
Good
It's
guy.
gonna be a great event.
Are you coming to that event on Tuesday night?
I will be there. Absolutely. I will be there. I'll be sitting next to you, and we'll be splitting a bottle. Maybe two.
There goes Wednesday.
So true. Hey, real quick, let me say a shout out to Danny Nattiz, who's a local actor and singer. Also, we have a listener, Marcia Gray, all the way from Florida, listening to us live, streaming live. So this is so cool. I mean, obviously, we have listeners that are from Cleveland and have moved. They found out about us. I had a listener who just told me this morning she kind of accidentally heard you on your afternoon show, Working America, which is so neat. She said he still has that great voice, and you do.
Well,
Love
thank
it.
you. I appreciate that.
Yep.
America's Workforce. That's right. 4 to 5 o'clock, Monday through Friday on WERE.
And speaking about actresses, we are also going to have Vivica A. Fox on. You're going to do an interview with her shortly, which will be really neat. She's going to be in Cleveland at the end of the month, and I'm going to be at that event. It's a Sunday evening. Starts at 8 o'clock to 11. We'll talk more about that, so I'm not going to make it to Monday work either. But anyways.
Anything you could do to get a day off, right? And where are you going after this? Are you going on a golf course again or what?
No, actually, I am going to the wine festival at Crocker Park. So I'm having a glass of wine here now, and I'm probably going to have more wine at Crocker Park. So you may be picking me up this afternoon. So, hey, real quick, AJ, who is the manager here, said, you got to come back here. I said, I have 12 entrees in front of me. I'm coming back tomorrow. So we are going to come back in the winter. We'll be here in either January or February. We'll talk about this great place, and it's a wonderful venue. I am here live at Pinstripes in Pinecrest, right off of 271 Harvard exit. You got to check this place out. They have brunch on Saturday. They have a buffet. It's only $29. There's a prime rib carving station, salad, seafood. Oh, my gosh, Flash, I am bringing you back waffles. They have a blueberry waffle. It's got your name on it.
Okay,
So,
ready.
again, I'm going to box this stuff up, and, yeah, you're going to enjoy this meal today. So I'm also going to bring you a cowboy burger. Applewood smoked bacon, balsamic barbecue, onion rings. I will hold the jalapeno because I know that you're not that spicy guy. Cheddar cheese, it's only $18. And those who are healthy, you can get the super salad, which has 9 superfoods: kale, spinach, pecans, figs, veggie chips, avocados. There's a whole, literally, veggies throughout the entire dish.
Sounds good.
So only
Okay.
$18. So, Flash, also, they have a flatbread veggie pizza, which I am also bringing you. I just took a taste of that. It is huge. Probably one of the largest flatbread pizzas I've ever seen. And speaking about pizza, in 1986, the Browns' total rushing yards were only 1,800 yards for the entire year. That same year, Pizza Hut had a promotion with a Browns player that knocked on your door and delivered a pizza. Unfortunately, it was short-lived because they couldn't find the end zone, let alone find my house. Masaccio reporting live at Pinstripes. Everybody knows Tony. Flashpoint 1490 WERE.
Oh, they better do good tomorrow. That's all I got to say. All right, they played a tough team last Sunday, let's be honest. All right, let's wrap it up with Mr. Tom Fitzgerald. Your phone is working today, huh? Is that right?
It is working, isn't it something? It almost blacked out. I'm thinking, oh my God, 2 weeks in a row.
Hey, what's funny here is Paul Orlowski was on the show last week. He's sitting in a parking lot at Parmatown, the Shops of Parma. That's what they call it now because he was doing a book signing. And he was on the show to talk about his Music Box appearance, which was this last Thursday. And he realized today that he was a week off.
Oh,
he went in there. It was Wall of Books, and he's there now. So those of you who want to see Paul Orlowski, he went in there. He says, "Where is everybody?" He says, "It's next week."
Oh my God, that almost sounds like Tony.
Yeah, it does.
You need the wrong restaurant.
Yeah, well, he went to the wrong golf course
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah, 4 or 5 weeks ago. Anyway, you want to talk pools? What's the deal going on right now?
Yeah, I mean it's 80 degrees, sunny, September albeit, but still there's a little bit of season left. But the reason I'm talking pools is I'm doing quite a few in-grounds right now, and in-grounds are getting hot because the pricing on in-grounds, the manufacturers are really working with us. So they've stabilized the pricing. They've made it, more affordable relative to, what you would normally be looking at. And it's something you're going to have the rest of your life. And, it's an investment, but, now you got to get outside of that normal thinking mode. Now's the time to start thinking about it. And actually, we can build these pools all the way up into till December. So, plan now. We get the pool in, albeit we're going to put it in, fill it, shut it down. But first thing in spring, you open that thing up, you're using it. It doesn't have to be super warm. You do your laps.
All right. Those of you listening right now want to take advantage of the pricing. And it's really important you do that because I've been talking about this for months now about supplies, and chlorine is still kind of at a premium right now. Make that call today or stop by the Recreation Warehouse, 13688 York Road, just north of Route 82. Phone number is 440-582-POOL or 582-7665. Makes a whole lot of sense. Get in front of it. That's what I always say. Well, you take care.
No doubt about it.
You take care.
Right.
We'll talk to you next week. I'm glad that your phone is back to normal, all right?
Thanks, Flash. Have a good weekend.
You got it, buddy. All right, that's it for another edition of Flashpoint. Fun show today. Thank all of our participants. And I want to thank the HBA. Along with Make-A-Wish, don't forget, just go to hbahomefortheholidays.org and your chance to win for a $100 ticket, a $600,000 home. Also, our presenting sponsor, Our Lady of the Wayside, thewayside.org. And if you can't donate your ride, at least make a contribution to them. They do a great job. We'll be back next Saturday morning at 10 right here on 1490 WERE, Cleveland Heights, Ohio.